Preparing a Sustainability Report, Part 1 of 5. Welcome. The Sustainability Report is an important tool to help an organization communicate effectively with its stakeholders. In this course, you will learn about sustainability reporting, Singapore Exchange's Sustainability Reporting Guide, and how to implement the guide in practice. The course starts with providing you an understanding of corporate sustainability. The course will then take you through a step-by-step approach from planning to developing a sustainability report. You may access the SGX's Sustainability Reporting Guide on the link provided on the screen for more details. There are 5 topics in this course which will take approximately 90 minutes to complete. You can access any of these topics in the Preparing a Sustainability Report playlist available on the SGX Group channel. Topic 1: Corporate Sustainability and Sustainability Reporting. Welcome to Topic 1: Corporate Sustainability and Sustainability Reporting. This topic provides an overview of corporate sustainability and sustainability reporting. This topic also provides an overview of SGX's sustainability reporting requirements, as well as describes the key considerations when reading a sustainability report. Topic 1.1: Introduction to Corporate Sustainability and Sustainability Reporting. The Brundtland Commission published a report in 1987 which has often been cited for its definition of sustainable development. The report defines sustainable development as development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future generations to meet their own needs. In the context of corporate sustainability, the definition of sustainability is twofold. First of all, an organization needs to deal with aspects of its own viability, ensuring that it can remain sustainable in the long run. This necessarily requires the organization to examine its business model, its resources, its performance, as well as risks and opportunities arising from its external environment on an ongoing basis. Secondly, the organization should also be cognizant of and responsible for the impacts its business activities have on the society and the environment. It is important to understand the environmental and social changes in your surroundings and how they relate to your business. Consider your business in some real-world situations. These changes can have a large impact on your performance and hence, your long-term success. Thus, in order to build a business that remains viable, it is important to respond proactively to these changes. You may face price hikes on natural resources due to resource scarcity. Climate change may cause disruptions to your supply chain or destruction to infrastructure and transportation networks. Governments are introducing new policies and regulations on carbon tax, water, and waste management. More customers are asking for responsible business and sourcing practices in addition to products or services at competitive prices and quality. Research firms are analyzing and rating your company's sustainability performance. Technology and social media mean instant and widespread access to information in relation to your business behavior, be it positive or negative. For a business to be sustainable in the short, medium, and long term, it must consider all aspects of its performance that might impact its success. Environmental, social, and governance (ESG) issues and trends can pose risks to a business as well as give rise to opportunities for its growth. Therefore, managing these risks and opportunities is important for ensuring the continued success and economic sustainability of the business. Increasingly, businesses are realizing the need to better manage aspects such as the use of natural resources, creating safe and productive workplaces for their employees, and complying with relevant laws and regulations in order to ensure uninterrupted business operations, attract the right talent, and get ahead of the competition. For economic, reputational, ethical, or other reasons, sustainability is no longer considered to be a nice-to-have but an essential part of good business management. Organizations, large and small, can have powerful impacts in locations where they operate, especially in emerging and developing economies where they can be a major economic, political, environmental, and cultural force, in recent years, we have seen more corporate scandals in relation to ESG, such as deforestation, information security, and health and safety coming to light. These have prompted a wave of actions by stakeholders such as regulators and activists' protests due to growing concerns on the potential impacts to the organization. Organizations that have previously not focused on their sustainability-related performance have faced varying degrees of negative social and regulatory repercussions. As a result, these organizations have had to put in time and effort to recover from the damage, especially reputational damage. On the other hand, organizations that saw sustainability as an opportunity and embraced it positively have received positive headlines, which they have used to their competitive edge. 1 million impacted by data breach at NextGen Healthcare. Healthcare solutions provider NextGen Healthcare has started informing roughly 1 million individuals that their personal information was compromised in a data breach. The attackers accessed personal information such as names, addresses, birth dates, and social security numbers. Deutsche Bank's DWS sued by customer group over alleged greenwashing. A German consumer group filed a lawsuit against Deutsche Bank's asset management unit DWS for allegedly misrepresenting a fund's green credentials in marketing materials. The suit comes as German and U.S. officials have been investigating reports and a whistleblower's allegations that DWS had exaggerated the sustainability of investments it sold, a practice known as greenwashing. Palm oil from Indonesia's shrinking forests taints global brands. Report found palm oil sourced from illegally cleared rainforest areas in Indonesia has flowed through traders to major consumer brands despite widespread commitment to cease purchase of non-sustainable oil. Oil from tainted mills was sold to more than a dozen global brands including Nestlé and Unilever. CDL ranked top real estate company and amongst global 100 most sustainable corporations in the world. City Developments Limited, CDL, has maintained its position as the world's most sustainable real estate management and development company and ranked on the 2023 Global 100 Most Sustainable Corporations in the World. Analyzed by Corporate Knights, a Toronto-based international media and investment research firm, the Global 100 ranking is recognized as the world's preeminent sustainability equity index and gold standard in corporate sustainability analysis. The scientist leading the push to bring lab-grown seafood to your plate, Shiok Meats has already unveiled shrimp, lobster, and crab prototypes to a select group of tasters, and it plans to seek regulatory approval to sell its lab-grown shrimp. Popularizing these products could help tackle some of the environmental impacts of crustacean production. Organic waste, chemicals, and antibiotics from seafood farms can pollute groundwater and coastal estuaries. Besides managing business performance, organizations should also manage the expectations of their shareholders and other stakeholders. Stakeholders are any parties that have interest in an organization and can influence an organization's business decisions and performance through their myriad roles. These stakeholders can include regulators, customers, suppliers, employees, and the community, and they are now looking beyond business performance to business practices and impacts. Investors increasingly consider ESG factors in their investment decisions. Employees want to work for a company that behaves in a socially responsible way, and consumers are willing to pay more for products and services from companies committed to positive social and environmental impacts. Current corporate reporting often focuses on past performance, but there is much more to business value than that. There is a gap between what stakeholders want to know and what corporate reports are telling them. Sustainability Report is a tool that can help to narrow this gap by providing more information on the organization's strategy, practices, and impacts. A sustainability report informs about the organization's ESG strategy, performance, and management. It should be read together with the financial report to enable a better assessment of the organization's financial prospects and quality of management. A sustainability report covers three aspects: E, S, and G: environmental, social, and governance. The environmental aspect covers information related to consumption and management of natural resources, such as energy and water, climate change impacts, carbon footprint, and waste management. The social aspect covers information related to the wider community and employees of the organization, such as health and safety, human rights, community involvement, fair trade, and labor. The governance aspect covers information related to the management of the organization, such as anti-corruption policies, ESG policies, governance structure, and enterprise risk management or ERM. A sustainability report is a tool to engage with stakeholders who are interested in or affected by the organization's sustainability practices. When driven by strong leadership and commitment, a sustainability report can bring about benefits to both internal and external stakeholders. For internal stakeholders, such benefits may include, first, improving clarity in corporate strategy. The sustainability reporting process enhances clarity to the management around the robustness of the business strategy. Second, helping business decision-making by considering stakeholder concerns. Engagement with stakeholders enables an organization to take into account the needs of various stakeholders when making management decisions. Lastly, strengthening risk management. Reporting encourages identification of an organization's strengths and weaknesses. It allows better management of risks and opportunities that may have been overlooked by analytical and systems-based approaches. For external stakeholders, there may be benefits such as improving transparency. Providing a transparent performance report helps stakeholders understand an organization's corporate strategy and holistic performance. This improved transparency is an indication of the quality of management and can result in increased trust. The benefits of sustainability reporting are clearly demonstrated by the growth of sustainability reporting in the last 2 decades. The KPMG Survey of Sustainability Reporting 2022, which covers 5,800 companies in 58 countries, shows that there has been significant growth in sustainability reporting globally, with part of the growth being driven by governments, regulators, and stock exchanges. Markets such as Iceland, South Korea, and UAE experienced the greatest increases in reporting since 2020 due to a mix of new regulation, changing consumer preferences, and increasing prioritization of sustainability reporting within the national agenda. Across Europe, reporting rates increased from 77% in 2020 to 82%, likely influenced by pressure from regulators, investors, ESG analysts, and consumers. In Asia, markets such as Japan, Malaysia, Pakistan, Philippines, Singapore, South Korea, Taiwan, Thailand, and Vietnam have sustainability reporting rates that are higher than 90%, exceeding the global average of 79%. Voluntary guidelines are rapidly transitioning into mandatory reporting requirements in many parts of the world, and demand for disclosures will likely continue to grow to meet stakeholders' expectations. Let's pause for a quick knowledge check. What are the key benefits of sustainability reporting? You may pause the video now, jot down your answers, and when you're ready to continue, press play. There are 4 key benefits to publishing a sustainability report. 1. Improve transparency. 2. Strengthen risk management. 3. Help stakeholder engagement. And 4. Improve clarity in corporate strategy. Knowledge check number 2. What are the aspects covered in a sustainability report? You may pause the video now, jot down your answers, and when you are ready to continue, press play. A sustainability report covers 3 aspects: environmental, social, and governance. A sustainability report informs about the strategy, performance, and management of these 3 aspects. Topic 1.2: SGX Sustainability Reporting Requirements. SGX requires all listed issuers to prepare an annual sustainability report which must describe their sustainability practices with reference to the primary components on a comply or explain basis. An issuer must ensure that its sustainability report contains 6 primary components. If an issuer is unable to report on any of the primary components, it must state so and explain what it does instead and the reasons for doing so. Climate-related disclosures consistent with the recommendations of the TCFD is mandatory for issuers in the financial, agriculture, food and forest products, and energy industries from financial year 2023. The materials and building and transportation industries must do the same from financial year 2024. As such, issuers in the above identified industries may not exclude the primary component to describe sustainable practices with reference to climate-related disclosures consistent with the recommendations of the TCFD. Climate-related disclosures. The sustainability report should contain disclosures related to climate risks and opportunities, consistent with the recommendations of the Task Force on Climate-Related Financial Disclosures, or TCFD. For climate-related disclosures, comply or explain means that the issuer will have to comply with 11 recommendations of the TCFD, and if any recommendation is excluded, the issuer must disclose such an exclusion and describe what it does instead, with reasons for doing so. Material ESG factors. Identify material ESG factors and describe both the process of and reasons for selection, taking into consideration their relevance or impact to the business, strategy, financial planning, business model, and key stakeholders. Policies, practices, and performance. Set out the policies, practices, and performance in relation to the material ESG factors identified, providing descriptive and quantitative information on each of the identified material ESG factors for the reporting period. Performance should be described in the context of previously disclosed targets. Targets. Set targets for forthcoming year in relation to each material ESG factor identified. Targets should be considered for defined short, medium, and long-term horizons, and if not consistent with those used for strategic planning and financial reporting, the reasons for the inconsistency should be disclosed. Sustainability reporting frameworks. Select appropriate sustainability reporting frameworks based on the issuer's industry and business model. Describe the reasons for selecting the sustainability reporting frameworks, and provide a general description of the extent of the issuer's application of the frameworks. For climate-related disclosures, the issuer should report based on the TCFD recommendations. Board statement and associated governance structure for sustainability practices. Include a statement of the board that it has considered sustainability issues in the issuer's business and strategy, determined the material ESG factors, and overseen the management and monitoring of the material ESG factors. Describe the roles of the board and the management in the governance of sustainability issues. SGX requires all listed issuers to prepare an annual sustainability report. The sustainability report can be published as a standalone sustainability report or as part of the annual report. If an issuer chooses to publish a standalone sustainability report, a summary of the most important points from the sustainability report must be included in its annual report. The listed issuer should make available its sustainability reports on SGXNet and on its company website. A standalone sustainability report must be published within 4 months after the end of its financial year, or within 5 months after the end of its financial year where the issuer has conducted external assurance on the sustainability report. A sustainability report that is published as part of the annual report shall observe the annual report timeline. A listed issuer in its first year of reporting may report within 12 months of the end of its financial year. Knowledge check number 3. Which of the following statements about SGX's primary reporting components are true? You may pause the video now, jot down the answers, and when you are ready to continue, press play. The following statements about SGX's primary reporting components are true. 1. A sustainability report should include ESG factors that are material to the issuer. 2. A sustainability report should set out the issuer's policies, practices, and performance in relation to the material ESG factors identified. 3. A sustainability report should set out targets for the next year in relation to each material ESG factor identified. Topic 1.3. Planning a sustainability report. Before starting to develop a sustainability report, it is critical to plan. It will enable engagement with the relevant stakeholders and collection of information needed to develop the content of the report. There are 4 key items to consider when planning a sustainability report. Sustainability governance. Who is responsible to oversee the development and approval of the sustainability report? Sustainability strategy. What is the sustainability strategy adopted? Report type. What is the form of sustainability report to be published? Report scope. What entities should be included in the sustainability report? Governance is key to ensuring that ESG issues are managed effectively and that ESG disclosures are accurate and reliable. Governance over sustainability includes the appointment of committees and senior management for oversight, management, and monitoring of sustainability efforts, frequency of reviews, reporting lines and escalation processes, inclusion of risks as part of enterprise risk management, and approvals for policies. It is important to clearly establish the board's role and the management's role when determining the governance structure. The board is responsible for the organization's sustainability direction and ensuring that management develops and executes a strategy and plan that considers and integrates ESG factors. The board may choose to oversee sustainability directly or delegate it to a subcommittee. There are three main options of governance structures for boards to enable their oversight. Oversight by the board. The full board works directly with management on sustainability issues. Oversight by the board risk committee or other committees. The board delegates its powers to the BRC or other committees. Standalone sustainability committee. The board establishes a specialist committee and delegates its sustainability governance responsibilities to it. The manner in which the board discharges its responsibilities largely depends on several factors: the board's governance style, its views and strategy on sustainability, and also the material ESG issues identified. For an organization adopting option 2 or option 3, it is important to clearly outline the responsibilities of the committees and to establish the communication and escalation protocols. The committees should have processes in place for reporting progress to the board and for interacting with other relevant committees, because sustainability issues, more often than not, impact more than one area of the business. A clear business strategy helps an organization achieve long-term sustainable growth and clearly articulated direction. It defines an organization's objectives, develops policies and practices to achieve these objectives, and allocates resources to implement plans. In general, there are three approaches to developing a sustainability strategy. A sustainability strategy that focuses on positive stakeholder engagement through corporate social responsibility, such as giving of time, money, and other resources. A sustainability strategy that focuses on managing risks exposures in sustainability matters, emphasizing the consequences of failure to properly manage the identified ESG risks. A sustainability strategy that focuses on integrating the sustainability risks and opportunities into the business strategy and business decision-making. A sustainability strategy should be aligned to an organization's mission and vision and forms an integral part of the business strategy. It should be driven by the board and senior management, and should articulate the organization's overall direction and how it intends to maintain and deliver business value within the context of the operating environment. Both business and sustainability should be developed in the context of each other, as a sustainability strategy offers medium to long-term insights into the ESG risks and considerations in the operating environment that are critical to an organization's growth and success. City Developments Limited's corporate sustainability has evolved from corporate social responsibility focused strategy to an integrated sustainability strategy. CDL's sustainability journey started in the 1990s when CDL placed CSR as an integral part of its vision and mission. Over the years, CDL gradually expanded their sustainability efforts beyond CSR and integrated ESG into its business strategy and operations, such as developing green buildings and implementing policies on climate change. When determining the scope of a sustainability report, asking questions such as, is there operational control over the business line or the subsidiary, and what is the significance of the annual revenue contribution of the business line or the subsidiary to the organization, will help to determine if a business line or subsidiary should be included in the scope of the report. A business line or subsidiary that is under the operational control of the organization and has significant contribution to the annual revenue should be included in the scope of the report. It's time for a quick knowledge check. Company X is determining the scope of its sustainability report. Select the entity/entities that should be included in the sustainability report. You may pause the video now, jot down the answers, and when you are ready to continue, press play. Entity C should be included in the sustainability report as it is under the operational control of Company X and contributes 70% to the annual revenue of Company X. Congratulations! You have completed part 1 of 5 of the course on preparing a sustainability report. You may access the second module on sustainability reporting frameworks from the playlist available on the SGX Group channel.